Welcome back, boys and girls. So today, Mrs. Optic wants to continue to talk to you about characters. But what I want to talk to you about is another way that you can be sure that it's a character in the story. So first, you have to ask yourself who the story is all about. And we've talked about that. But there are a lot of things going on in a story. Sometimes there are objects, sometimes there are animals, sometimes there are places. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit more about characters. Another way to make sure that you're talking about a character in the story is by thinking about whether it's an animal, person, or creature, or sometimes an object, depending on the fictional story, says something or does something. When we're reading, these are the two things to think about. Is the character saying something or are they doing something? And a lot of times, what the character says and does helps us understand what kind of person or animal or thing they are. So today I wanted to show you that with a story. I brought the story Knuffle Bunny, and it was written by the author and illustrated by Mo Willems. So I'm already looking at the front cover and I see a bunny and a little kid. I bet that those are the characters in the story because it answers the question who. So I'm going to read the story, and as I'm reading, I'm going to be thinking, does this bunny and this kid say things or do things? Watch me as I read. Knuffle Bunny. Not so long ago, before she could even speak words, Trixie went on an errand with her daddy. Well, right away, I know this kid's name is Trixie, and she's going on an errand with her dad. So Trixie is doing something. So I'm pretty sure she's the character in the story. Trixie and her daddy went down the block, through the park, past the school, and to the laundromat. I think Trixie and her dad are characters in the story because they're doing something. They're going to the laundromat. Trixie helped her daddy put the laundry into the machine. Not sure how helpful Trixie's being. But she is doing something. She's helping her dad put the laundry in the machine. If I look at the picture, I think that Trixie is kind of silly because she has pants on her head. That's how I would describe the character, silly. She even got to put the money into the machine. Then they left. But a block or so later, Trixie realized something. What do you think she realized? Whisper it to somebody at home. Make a prediction. Oh, her eyes are so big. She forgot something. Did anybody notice what she took to the laundromat with her? She had that stuffed bunny. Did you predict that she doesn't know where her bunny is? Because that's what Mrs. Optic's thinking. Trixie turned to her daddy and said, "Aggle, flaggle, clabble." "That's right," replied her daddy. "We're going home. Oh, another reason I think that Trixie and her dad are the characters. They're saying something. She's yelling, and her daddy's saying, "That's right, we're going home." "Aggle, flaggle, clabble," said Trixie again. "Blabble, blabble, won't be flabby, slurp." Oh, she's definitely trying to say something to her dad. Another reason she's the character. "Now, please don't get fussy," said her dad. Well, she had no choice. Trixie bawled. Wah! She went boneless. Again, Trixie cried. That's something she's doing. That helps me tell that she's upset. She did everything she could to show on how unhappy she was. By the time they got home, her daddy was unhappy too. As soon as Trixie's mommy opened the door, she asked, "Where's Nuffle Bunny?" Oh. Trixie's mom realizes why Trixie is so upset. The whole family ran down the block and they ran through the park. They zoomed past the school and into the laundromat. So again, they're doing something. They're going back to the laundromat. Trixie's daddy looked for Nuffle Bunny and looked and looked and looked, but Nuffle Bunny was nowhere to be found. I bet Trixie feels worried. So Trixie's daddy decided to look harder until Nuffle Bunny. Oh, now I can tell. Trixie's happy because they found Nuffle Bunny. And those were the first words Trixie ever said. So boys and girls, after reading this story, Mrs. Opdyke knows who the characters are because I was thinking the whole time, what were they saying and what were they doing? I know Trixie, her dad, and her mom are characters. They were who the story's about. And in the story, they said things and they did things like going to the laundromat, looking for Nuffle Bunny. Hey, was Nuffle Bunny a character? Think about that a minute. What do you think? You know, even though Nuffle Bunny's in the story, Nuffle Bunny didn't really say or do anything. So I don't know that Nuffle Bunny is a character because Nuffle Bunny was in the story, but Nuffle Bunny didn't say or do anything. So friends, today you're going to go off and you're going to choose a story. And as you listen to the story you choose on our playlist, you're going to be thinking about who are the characters and how do I know they're a character? What did they say and what did they do? Then, after you listen to your story, you're going to answer a few questions and then meet your teacher back live to talk about it and listen to another story together. Happy reading, my friends.